This is our heartfelt tribute to Rafi Sahab, who lives in our heart, delights our soul.
He was always happy, bright yellow, and that's one stripe going from the front to the back. But everybody knew that it was the other bus car. Patake hote the, I didn't look, and as the car was going past, it went onto the car.
So one was Rafi Sahab's kind, the other one was Karmana Day's kind.
And the whole Rafi family was in the bus. Newly married.
I was asked, who is your favorite singer? This is the question asked to all the new bahus. Now on to Rafi Sahab's thing. He's going to win this. She's still a singing competition. I love it. This is the Chinese little combination where Chinese and Gujarati. It's been really an emotional episode, which is first of its kind, actually, I have to say.
It would have been lovely for him to be here. Just thankful for all the memories.
This is India, a story in the making, and I'm your host, Lavina Tandon.
Hello and welcome to India, a story in the making. If you love the golden era of Hindi music, or you are a music lover, this episode is for you because we are about to give a tribute to a man who was one of the strongest pillars of the golden era of Hindi music, Hindi film music, or Bollywood, as they say. And not only a golden voice, but a man with a golden heart. Mohammed Rafi Sahab. It's his 100 years, a centenary. He was born on the 4th of December 1924, and this is a tribute to him from India, a story in the making. And with me, to give this tribute and take you through a beautiful journey is his first grandson, Rizwan Rafi Sahab. Thank you. I have to call everyone, first of all, bahut dhanyawad.
Thank you very much.
And if I zone into Hindi once in a while, I'll try and translate because we have UK audience as well. But, it will happen.
Yeah.
Because of who.
I'm wake up then. I can talk in Hindi, I can switch to English.
So first, where we are sitting. We are sitting in Rizwan Rafi Sahab's and Sabakat's, or Sabi, as they call it, how his wife's beautiful EL Kitchens, which is East London Kitchens. This is a special, they make German kitchens and they do bespoke kitchens, and I wish I knew them before when I was doing my kitchen, but it didn't happen. Or ye mere liye it'll be a I wish kind of list. So I'm sitting here because we try to choose a place which is yours and has a story. So this has a story as well, and how they came here. A lot of Rafi Sahab's family is here, and I have to consistently call you Rafi Sahab. Can I tell you why?
Gotcha.
Because one of the person, a very close family friend of mine, inspired me to do this episode. So one time I called him and I knew he was a Mohammed Rafi fan, and I said Mohammed Rafi, and he was very upset. Kam bolte hain.
Yeah.
But then he just told me how and why we should only call him Rafi Sahab.
That's right.
And now I have to call you Rafi Sahab.
Oh, no. I always say to people, Dadamba was Rafi Sahab. I'm just Rizwan.
Rizwan ji, shoulder not hurting?
No. All good.
Oh, you're carrying the legacy.
I know. All
Very heavy legacy.
very heavy. Very, yes.
But a lot has been said about Rafi Sahab. But today, can you see all these pictures here? We're going to be doing this rare journey of pictures. And I'm going to pick one of them now already. So do you know who this person is? This is this person. So this is Rizwan Sahab in Rafi Sahab's hand. And he never used to cancel recordings.
That's right.
Never.
He was very punctual and very steadfast about any appointments, any rehearsals that he made. He would be there even a little bit earlier, but he would be there on time.
Exactly. But he did so for you. Yeah. Tell me the story behind these beautiful pictures.
I was born back in 1966, October. And Dadaba, when he got the news that his first grandchild was born, he cancelled his recording and came to England to see his first grandchild. Of course, any grandparent would be so proud and happy.
So you guys were already living as you. So tell me about your journey here.
My parents came to England back in 64, 65.
So stopping here. Your parents, Saeed Sahab.
So my father, Saeed Rafi, was the oldest son.
Yeah.
And I'm the oldest grandson. And it transpires as well. My sons, I have two sons grown up now. So my oldest son is the oldest great grandson. So that's how the lineage carries on.
The first one continues. Okay. So tell me, and why here?
Dada, he wanted to let his children go and pursue their own different lines, dreams, loves, whatever you want to call it. So he helped them to come to the UK. I think at that time everyone was like, it was either going to be the UK or America. So he got them settled over here. My father studied for a little while in the UK, and then he went into work. He worked for the airlines, Air India connection there. So he worked for Air India for several years when he first came over here. And then also then his younger brothers. Altogether there's 4 brothers, 3 sisters in the family. So his other 2 younger brothers, one of them came as well. And again, he got into the airline business and was working for airlines as well.
Right. So half of the clan here and half.
That's it, yeah. Well,
Not half.
oh no, I think the sons first came over. So my father, my chacha, the younger chacha Hamid, he was still very young. He was quite young when he came. But yeah, the boys came over. And then, of course, later on, when one of my puppies got married, then she came over here as well.
So you call him Dada Ba?
Dada Abba.
Dada Abba.
Yeah.
Dada Abba. Okay.
Or Dada, but yeah, that was always what I'd say, Dada Abba.
What are your first memories of your Dada?
Whenever I was there, the smile on his face, he was always happy. I cannot remember a single time that I heard him get angry or not be smiling. He loved all of the children. He loved having the children there. Any chance we got to go. Yeah, and I think that was one of the main things, that he was always smiling, always happy and jovial.
And how often would you go back and to meet him, or he would come here?
Yeah. For us, it would be any of the school holidays. So you had Christmas holidays, summer holidays. Any chance we got, mom, dad would put us on a flight. If mom didn't come with us, we just get put on a flight, and we'd be off to Bombay, and we'd be staying with Dada and Dadi. So it was lovely time. We used to go there for lovely holidays, and for us, it was just a getaway from the UK. The weather, just the whole atmosphere.
No, because you got the chauffeurs there.
Yes, yeah. Of course, yeah. Living in UK, yeah, you have to go by bus. You have to go bus there. Bombay jate the hum log. You had a driver there. You needed to go somewhere. You just told the driver, idhar chalne ka, and they looked after us. जैसे पुराने ज़माने में, you know that जो घर वाले जो काम करने वाले थे, they look after. So we had no problems. Anywhere we wanted to go, off we went.
And did you have any play with him? Because we know that, trying to show another set of beautiful pictures. We know that Raki Sahab was very fond of badminton. He himself, I think he used to wake up at 5:30.
Yeah. Well, his normal routine would be, because he was a very religious person. So he'd be up for Fajr Namaz at 5:30, whatever it was at that time. And then he would do his riyaz. He had a very set routine. So whatever it was, 3-4 hours of riyaz. And then, yeah, whenever he got the chance, then he would, if he had the chance and he didn't have recordings, whatever, then he'd love to play his badminton when he got the chance.
And any particular person or club you'd play with, or?
Not that I know of. He just, whoever was available to play.
Anyone would beat him, or he would beat anyone?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think he was a very competitive person. I think he enjoyed playing whatever the games he enjoyed. So, like you said, badminton he was very fond of. He played carom a lot, that I remember at home. And then kite from patang, yes. जब season होती थी पतंग में, Bombay में तो, well, in पूरी India में, but Bombay में जब season होती है, you'd see everywhere. And at that time, हम लोग घर पे terrace पे जाते थे, and of course you'd be flying patangs. And I was lucky enough to help.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what were the instructions for patang bazi he told you?
हमको तो बस वो कोने में पकड़ाते हैं, पिड़की को पकड़ो and wind करो, unwind करो, and then just help with that. So my dad was there at that time as well, and they'd be teaching how to balance the kite, वो कैसे करते थे, how to play it.
So, what was there any competitor there? You said badminton. Mein to he was he
Yeah.
never used to play to compete, but
So, yes, Dadaba had a distinctive, he would always have a black button. And in the where we were in Bandra, not very far from the house, Manna Desab used to live quite close by. और जब पतंग की बाजी शुरू होती थी, you'd see lots of different kites around. And one would be Manna Desab.
so one was Rafi Saab's kite, the other one was Kavanna De's kite. Now that gets me interested.
So the story is that Manna Desab managed to cut Dada's patan. He cut Dada's patan.
Acha.
So when they met, and then Dada spoke to him, he said, "आपने तो हमारी पतंग काट दिया," and he said that पतंग में हमने जीत लिया, लेकिन गाने में आप जीत लिए.
Manna De's house.
Yeah.
That patang I might have, just for the translation's sake, translated for you.
Oh, so in the kite flying, Manna Desab said, "Maybe I am the boss," but in the singing side,
You're.
you're the number one.
And there are not many people he said that.
That's right, yeah.
So that is the, and in Carom, did you guys ever play together?
We would play a little. I mean, at that time, I was young, so you don't have the skill to play it.
To play.
Yeah, but we learned. And one of the things when mom and dad came here, they actually had a carom board from India, and we still have the same carom board still there. Yeah, but any family gatherings we have, that carom board is still. I have it at my house now, and we still same carom board. I'm sure.
Pin, or would he be beaten by someone?
Yeah. But I don't think, like I said, I don't think he was such a competitive person. He was a very humble, quiet person. Whoever won, I think he played it for the sake of playing and enjoying it.
So this has been the most beautiful journeys for me to an interview, because I always research. I go and meet the people I came to meet you. Can I please say, आप देख सकते हैं हमारा ऐसे, and this is all the food that he had. And when I came to meet him, I came for an hour. I stayed for about 5-6 days. It took me for having some dinner. ये इसको बोलते हैं मेहमान नवाजी ना.
Hospitality.
So, but if we were having Rafi Saab here, for example, all these instead of all these Angrezi things, what we have?
I think his favorite, he shouldn't have had it because people probably know he was a diabetic. He shouldn't have had it, but he loved his sweets.
Meetha.
Yeah, anything meetha he loved.
Any particular meetha?
Gulab jamun, he would like. And one of the, going on from there, just one of the stories, when we would be in Bombay, all in the house over there. So, of course, the kids, anything we wanted would be in the fridge, which we meetha khao, chocolate khao, or kha lete. But he would always be where, looking, if the hum log kuch kha rahe meetha, थोड़ा सा चकाना, लेकिन दादी को नहीं बताना. Huh? Because he knew that, he wasn't supposed to be doing that.
So in the house, Dadi was the buff?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah?
Dada would never,
Dada Abba.
Dada Abba would never raise his voice to anybody. It was, if anything, you'd have to listen.
Listen in.
Yeah, to when he was talking to somebody.
I think he used to save his voice because everyone says that they never heard Rafi Saab speak, raise his voice.
Never.
Because he had to raise it in front of the mic now.
Well,
Nobody is able to touch that range.
I always think to myself that it was, when he was at home, the switch was off. It would be his normal dadabba, as I would call it. But when he went into the studio for the recording session, that switch was turned on and then the voice came out.
And not only the voice, the actor came out too.
True, yes.
Huh?
He molded his voice to whoever he was going to be singing for.
Because as I said, when I was researching this, it's been the most beautiful journey because I've been listening to his songs and all the interviews, and every actor has said acting became so easy for them because he did half the job on the mic.
Yeah.
From Sham, because he sang for all the leading actors.
Kumar, Shami Kapoor, you name it.
So there was Dilip Kumar, but Mama, Shami Kapoor, Rishi Kapoor, even Randhir Kapoor,
Dharminder.
Dharminder, Rajendra Kumar, and all of them have said that they used to feel it's us singing.
That's right.
So at home, it seems that reframe it. He was a great actor as well.
But, well, he actually, if you've looked on YouTube, he acted in one movie, but he sang and he acted in one movie.
Acha.
Yeah, but I think
Then he said it's not right.
no, yeah, I'll go behind the microphone.
So, this acting, this music, did he bring home? What was it like at home?
No, that was the thing. I mean, again, like I said, I was young, very young at that time, so you didn't see that side of him. That we would be lucky if we saw any rehearsals or any kind of riyaz going on at home, but you never saw any of that persona of him. He was just a dedicated grandfather at home, but a very quiet family man.
So how was it like at home? Because he would riyaz because everyone said that he would sleep on the song and then come and record it. So what was it like? Mahal kaisa tha?
Good. It was quiet. बच्चे लोग तो मस्ती करते हैं. Anyway, you go बच्चे लोग मस्ती करने वाला. But we knew. So in the bungalow, there was a main hall which had 2 glass sliding doors, and it had a curtain on the inside. So we knew that anytime those doors were closed and the curtains were drawn, something important was happening in there. Be it a meeting, be it riyaz, be it some kind of practice for a song. So then the children would know that you had to be quiet and mindful of what was going on in there. Other times we would be playing in that hall, we'd be running. It was a very large hall. But within that hall, you had all of the memorabilia. So his awards were there, his records were there. There used to be one big glass table, and inside there was some of the memorabilia inside that as well.
So it was a real demarcation between his work life and his home.
Yeah. I wouldn't say he didn't bring it home, but yeah, if he needed to practice or he needed to learn a song, then you'd see him sitting gungunate the, trying to get that song or the whole how he was going to do that song.
A lot of people have said that he has said, you talk about humming, that in one of the interviews that Suhani Raat Dhal Chuki was one of his favorite
Possible
songs.
favorites, yeah.
But would he ever, do you remember any humming of any particular song, or would he listen to any person you remember him listening to? Sorry, just completely.
Yeah. At home, it was just unless he had to do something at home with regards to a song. No.
Never spoke about.
There is one story that I think he had gone to a recording, and this was the humbleness of him. He'd gone to a recording to do a song, and he came home and he said to everybody, "Oh, you know who I sang a song for today? Amitabh Bachchan." So he's such a great singer. He was such a great person, and he came home humbly and said, "You know who I sang?"
Yeah. And actually, Amit ji has a very beautiful story on the internet, and everyone must have seen that, where how his show was falling apart and he went to in the plane. वो जो हम तो फिल्मों में देखते हैं ना कि ATC से बोल रहे, so you can please stop the plane, and they did
Actually happened, yeah.
and he came back and sang. So I think mutual admiration there. But I feel that a lot of people आजकल nepotism की इतनी बात होती है, and people take after the profession that you were.
Yeah.
Your father or parent is in. He never
No.
taught anyone music in the house. Never. किसी ने पूछा भी नहीं.
No. Well, from the stories I've been told, and my dad, he didn't want his children to go into that filmy line because he knew, number one, how difficult the industry was, the cutthroatness, the backbiting, and the competition that there was. So he wanted to push them away from that. He knew how difficult it was. But he did say that if any of you want to go into that line, to aim to be better than him.
Oh, that was not possible.
And
You are very smart, huh? He was quiet but really smart.
Yeah. So that's why I think that's probably one of the reasons that, that the sons had come to London to pursue their own careers.
Yes, I see. So he was very smart there. It's because his mother was his supporter really, and then
Yeah.
father didn't want.
No. So Pardada was pretty much very against him going into this filmy line. Again, being from such a religious family, he didn't want all this filmy stuff and Kana, this. But his brother was, yes, he saw the talent that was there. He heard, he knew he had a voice. So then he helped him, and then from Pakistan, from Lahore, they came to Bombay, and
And the journey began. Which we know that journey of Sham Sundar.
that's right.
How he. But when he was leaving, was your Pardada? He aligned with his wish, or he still stopped him, or he gave him some.
He gave him advice to say that
So when this is Rafi Sahab leaving, and this is his father
Yeah.
giving him advice.
So I think basically it was whatever you do in your life, always keep your feet grounded. You know? Don't be such a big person that you forget everything else or forget everybody else. And I think that's what he did. He was very humble, very charitable, and everyone saw that side of him. You saw that he was such a quiet person. He never openly, like you have nowadays, superstar, glitz, glamour, whatever. He would just go from home to recording, do what he had to do, and then come home. And there's stories of if he was even invited to a party, he wasn't very much for going into these glam parties, this whatever it was. So if he was invited to a party or some kind of a function, he would get the driver to take him. He'd ask him to drop him off. He'd go inside, pay his respects, pay his wishes.
Lifafa diya and
Yeah, that's it.
so his driver, you told me, you would ask his driver to just take a turn and come back.
That's it. Yeah, he was pretty much. Yeah, he wouldn't be there for the lambi party ke liye, this, that, whatever. He would just go there to pay his respects, show that he's been there, and then that was it.
Yeah, the whole because he had to get up at 5:30 in the morning. Na.
Yeah, that's true as well. Yeah.
How would you if you party? You can't do that.
Yeah.
This is discipline as well, isn't it? So no one in your family ever go and say ki abba mujhe gana seekhna hai or I want to. So no one even expressed that.
Not really. I think my youngest chacha, Shahid, who's in Bombay still, he tried. He done it a little bit, but not to that extent. Not to that extent.
It is pretty hard for the children of.
I think so.
You still carry that legacy, isn't it? And you carry it with care.
Yeah.
You have to.
Definitely, yes.
So when you go here in let's say there are 100 years of Rafi Saab, which we are celebrating, and that's why we are doing Man Behind the Music. So when you go elsewhere and you even want to sing, are you able to thinking of what's grandson?
It's always going to be the case. They hear you're the grandson of Rafi. You must be a good singer. That's the first question I'm asked. Is do you sing? That's the first question. I have to unfortunately say I don't. Well, I don't, but I try to practice. Yeah, I started a little bit, but not too less. It's just for a little bit of personal enjoyment. My pleasure was always listening to the songs. But up until a few years ago, I've started to branch out a little bit, if you want. But just
So you've mustered the courage now
courage, yeah.
to say, ki, okay, I have this legacy, but so what? I can still enjoy the
So I
song.
still have a bit of a voice. Also, my wife tells me I have a bit of a voice. Yeah.
That's very good. That's very fabulous. So we will listen to you a little bit later on. But going through these pictures now, another thing you told me he enjoyed was his cars.
Very much, very much. If any chance he got, to be honest, with cars, he loved the cars, but he didn't drive.
Ah,
I
what
don't-
was the story behind the cars?
He just loved the cars, I think, at that
Any
time.
particular make any
No, what
his story?
whatever new models that were available there and he liked, he would then be looking to buy one or get one. And then the driver would take him around. So the car that he bought at that time was a left-hand drive car. Now in Bombay, driving a left-hand drive car driving in Bombay is difficult as it is. With a left-hand drive car, the driver just wasn't able to drive it. So rather than sort of, he managed to get someone else to do the driving for him. But then because the driver was not doing his job, to keep his livelihood going, he then bought him a taxi, and then he managed to still make a living.
तो वो घर में पैसे कितने लाते थे? Because he would distribute half of it outside. Would your दादी अम्मा not say?
No, I think she knew. He was just a very charitable person. He would never look at what he was taking out of his pocket. His hand was going in his pocket. Whatever came out, he would cut it. He had gone to a recording. Again, this is when I must have been very young, but I've heard the story. He went to a recording, and when he was going there, the lift man was there. So he chatted. They were getting in the lift, and he was chatting. He asked him how he was, and the lift man started explaining that yes, my daughter is getting married soon, and I'm in the process of getting things sorted out. So anyway, Dadaba went. He'd done the recording, and at that time when the recordings were done, pretty much it wasn't the director, producer, whoever it was. Lifafa diya, paisa tha usme, nikal gaya. So then he would.
And he won't open that.
He wouldn't. Yeah, whatever was given, that was it. He knew. So then when he was coming out, with my mamu, he's like he was like his Zahid mamu. So his personal assistant just said, it was his brother-in-law as well, but like
and it's your Dadi Amma's brother, also his manager, also your mamu, and also his everything.
Exactly, yeah. So when they were coming out, he said, well, Lifafa, he said, don't worry, we'll take it. So he didn't ask anything else. But it transpires that Lifafa, when he was going in the lift, he'd actually given it to the lift man.
I can see your eyes rolling now.
But yeah, it's just those types of stories. And it transpires that we, as a family, didn't know how charitable he was until he passed away. Because people then, at that time, they were getting money orders, checks, whatever, however it was distributed. But then when he passed away, of course, these things stopped. He had a secretary that would help him sort all these things out. But when he passed away, all these things stopped. And then suddenly, one or two people, a person had got in touch and came with the house and saying, this money didn't come, this money didn't come. And then we realized, okay, he was sending people these charitable monies.
And nobody
really
knew at all.
No. So he was out on a walk one day with a friend, and someone approached him. So he hand in his pocket and gave him the money. And then his friend who was walking with him, he said, Rafi Sahab, aapne dekhe hi nahi ki kitna paisa diya, kya diya? And he said, if God is giving me whatever.
Without something.
That's how charitable he was.
We do get emotional.
Oh yes, yeah. There were fond memories for me at that time. So
spend short time, but you carry that in your heart. Yeah. The point is, do people expect you to be that charitable as well?
We try as much as we can nowadays, yeah. I think.
When we say come in your ear section, it's what can we have that bit free? Because Rafi Sahab was like,
yeah, so
I have to make you laugh. That's fine. You told me about an incident of him getting a car from here.
Yes. So any chance that he used to get, when he traveled to England, if he saw a new model or something, he was interested. Yeah, he would try and get it sorted out so it would fit back. So at that time, there was the Audi 100. There was a new model of an Audi 100. So he got this shipped to India. And it was a blue color. I remember it was distinctive, like a sort of dark sky blue color. That we were going for my chacha's wedding. We're driving to Indore. Majority of the family, we're all in the bus. My dada, dadi, chacha, mamu, they were in the Audi. Now, kids being kids, we were in the bus and used to get these patake hote the, in paper, you'd throw it on the floor and so we were sitting on the bus and the kids were masti kar rahe the, tape it. And what happened was I didn't look, and as the car was going past, it went onto the car.
Boss, grandson.
That's it. It went onto. That's it. Yeah, that's it. So we stopped somewhere to have something to eat, and I thought, oh, that's it. I'm going to get firing from Dadi. I'm going to get this. So Dada quietly said, "Beta, aram se karo, samal ke karo." So we called it. That was it. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to get.
Had it been me,
So, with that, yeah, and that was how he was. It never any kind of anger.
But how disciplined kids there?
I think Dadi was Yeah, Dadi.
She was the bad, very
Smart. Dadi would. I think you'd hear Dadi's voice more in the house than that was. Yeah. But we knew it. I mean, again, Dadi wasn't. She wasn't so gusse wali, but she.
He spoiled you with gifts.
Yeah, I think so. When we were little, we'd get toys and things. You know, if he was coming from anywhere, if he was around the world, if he'd gone on some kind of a show trip, whatever it was, we'd get gifts and things.
I got a story now to tell you,
Okay.
which is that my camera person is also crying. And somehow I never knew that he had met the first tour that he came to Birmingham,
Okay.
told by him, and he doesn't want to come in front of camera. It's not that I don't want him to come in front of the camera and tell the story. So the show was not full.
Yeah.
And Rafi Sahab happened to be one person who actually brought Hindi music and this whole concept of shows abroad to reality. And it was a show in Birmingham and not town hall. And not many people turned up because it was an afternoon thing or whatever it was. And Moinderji told me were 30 people there. And when he went on the stage, he asked how many people have paid for this show. And only 5-6 people raised their hands. And he said, your money will be returned to you.
Yeah. I can imagine. I can imagine exactly that. Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
With that kind of legacy, my shoulder would definitely hurt.
I know. That's...
Anyhow, I love this piece 2 picture. See, of him relaxing at home.
That's how I would remember that.
This is how you remember.
Yeah.
And then this is getting ready for.
Oh yeah. That's it.
So what was his relaxation?
Well, at the house, at the bungalow, we had like a veranda courtyard area at the back of the house. So anytime he wasn't busy with recordings and like this, he would be quietly sitting there, just reminiscing, time pass, reading paper, listening to. I have a very a photograph where he's just listening to a radio. But yeah, he just used to enjoy the time there. When, especially for myself, when I was there, I didn't realize at that age, that what a superstar, immense person he was. We used to go out for drives and we'd see crowds coming to the car. And just going back with regards to the car, at that time, he had one car over there, which everyone has a Fiat in Bombay. At that time. But his Fiat was distinctive because it was bright yellow and it had one stripe. Yeah, and that's one stripe going from the front to the back. So everybody knew that if this car was around, it was the other bus car. So, and we used to wonder that, the children were driving around and all these crowds are coming on, thinking what's happening. And then slowly as
they knew it was Rafi Saab's car, and you are going for ice cream and puchka and nereka.
That was one of the things, yes. So when Dadaba wasn't with us, of course, the kids would say, "Chalo, we need to go get this or do this." So we'd ask the driver, and hum log bacche being bacche, music would be on a little bit, window would be down a little, and you'd see all these people still looking. That's Rafi Saab's car. That's Rafi Saab's again. I'd like to say yes, but maybe not.
Who said that in the family? You have someone who had the courage to say.
Yeah, yes. So when I got married, there is quite a funny story. So when I got married from Bombay, the whole family went by bus to Vapi, where my wife is from. And the wedding ceremony took place there. So we had our nikah and the reception was over there. The next day, we were all coming back to Bombay to have the walima in Bombay. So now everyone was in the bus, the whole Rafi family was in the bus, and my wife.
And newly married woman.
Yes.
Of you, but of what age?
Oh, at that time I was 30, she was 25.
Oh.
Yeah. So when we were sitting on the bus getting ready, well, we'd already started the journey. But then everyone, of course, is asking questions and this. So one of the main questions they said, we asked this to all the bahus, who is your favorite singer?
So this is this young first time introducing to the family in such a big way? What is her answer?
Shall I let her answer?
Go on, should we get the bahu?
Yeah. Why not?
Come on, let's get the bahu.
Please.
Go on. This is the bahu sitting in that bus,
This is Sabakat, my wife.
and they run this beautifully well kitchen. So she was sitting in the bus. She's asked the question by Rafi Saab's family, who is your favorite singer? Because that's a customary question. I was actually told by Rizwan Chachi that this is the question asked to all the new bahus coming into like becoming part of the family. And I was asked, who is your favorite singer? Now, I didn't know how do I address him. Do I address him as Mohammed Rafi, or do I address him as I address him as Dadaba? So I didn't know. I panicked. And because I panicked, I just said, Kishore Kumar.
And at that time, I think everyone said, "Stop the bus." Get it right.
Everyone. Nikalo is Uttaro pasne se. We don't want to.
But she said, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah. I have been really welcomed into the family. No, but dude, you tara to nahi na kisi. No.
No, I wouldn't let her go in there. I wouldn't let her go in there. Yeah. But even to this day now, she still enjoys.
I still like Kishore Kumar.
She still enjoys Kishore.
Yeah. And Kishore ka playback bhi Rafi ji le liya. Yeah. And actually, sometimes when they Rizwan sings, and sometimes we sort of I join or we do it together. And I'll say, should we do Kishore Kumar number? Because who is that?
Yeah, I think to this so far, since I started my singing career, whatever songs I've just been singing Dada songs. I've not sung any other songs. Because I like
Do you have to listen to Kishore Kumar ji on the sly? No. She doesn't open. I do. I said, look, these are good numbers. You can listen to it. I said, it's just okay. So in the entire family, you have been accepted now. Yes, of course. Of course. I actually wish that when I joined the family, he was still alive, and I would have had time to spend with him. I would have actually loved to be when he was there as well, which I really, really miss. Because apart from him, I've met everyone, even Dadi, everyone else, apart from Hamid.
about for Hanshak to them. So my Hamid passed away.
We would have turned you into a Rafi Saab fan. But you have a very interesting meeting story, isn't it?
Arranged? Well, yeah. It was an arranged marriage. My mommy, who was in Bombay, she knew Sabakat's family very well. And at that time, my mom and my sister had gone to Bombay to start the ball rolling, as it were, to find someone for me. And now they went to visit, and I think
Because arranged love at first sight. It was, yeah. So initially it was mom, Rizwan's mom and sister. They came over, and I didn't know actually they came to see me. So it was very casual. But later, with Rizwan's photo and everything, I think we said, okay, we'll meet up. He then came to Bombay because that's where I'm from, and it was actually lovers first sight.
I think so. It was.
So you need. It had to be love at first sight, otherwise husband and wife talking together in a creating the business is not possible. And Rafi ji had nothing to do with it. It was his one. His love story is continued. But how was the love story with Dadi Amma and would he say a man who sang this romantic song?
I know. I never saw anything like that at home. He was very loving. Yes, birthdays, the flowers would be there, the romance would be there. But there was not Western romance, but how he was singing in the movies, that kind of romance was not there. He was.
So how would it show the affection? How would that affection be shown to
I think at that time, adults wouldn't show that type of like.
Yeah, that or the affection is gulab jamun nahi khana.
That's that was
ऐसा कि देखना सबको.
so, yeah. That was the thing at that time. So it was a hand in hand, arms sisters. But yeah, you could see the affection there. You saw the love.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Her caring for him. You know, she knew that his health was like that. His diabetes, his whatever. So she'd always been. I wouldn't say toko, but like in dawa liye, ye kare, ye mat
And
khaye.
that's affection.
That's it. Yeah,
I think that is the
that's true.
compassion
Yeah,
that
yeah.
comes. And let me go through that picture. Sorry. What is this one?
So that's my two chachas, younger chachas.
Oh, so here they are singing.
Well, I think, yeah, maybe doing something, but yeah. So that is Khalid and Hamid chacha.
Acha.
Yeah.
And they are
Yeah, so that was
in studio.
yeah, that would have been at the house this is in the main hall. And yeah, I suppose trying to sing something, or he's trying to get them to sing something. But yeah, love the picture.
And we've been told by so many, I've heard so many interviews where he said that there was one song, Babul ki duaein leti ja,
Yes.
and he उनकी आंखें भर आई जैसे अभी हम सब की भर आई सी. So it was engagement that they had done of one of this daughter.
Yes, yeah. So my youngest Pupi, Yasmin Pupi. So it was her nikah. The wedding was going to happen, and then just a few days before, he'd actually sung this song as well.
And this is Yasmin. This is what I thought that we were wanted to. So this is the picture. And then this.
So this is my younger chacha Hamid. So this was at his wedding, and this is all the family. So my youngest Pupi Yasmin.
So the Yasmin Pupi is the one who engagement
Yeah.
at the Babul.
Yes, yeah. But in the picture here, this is my Hamid chacha and Fawzia chachi, whose wedding it was. So this is the youngest chacha Shahid, and so he wasn't married there, and she wasn't married. And then Khalid chacha and Dolly chachi, and then this is my dad and my mum Said and Zakia, and then Nasreen Pupi and Miraj Mamu, and then Pareen Pupi and Afta Kupan, and of course Dada and Dadi.
Of course, and this is the last wedding here.
No. He attended Yasmin Pupi's. He was there for Yasmin Pupi's wedding.
And then
That's it.
so such a big family.
Yeah, well, he'd help.
Cast everybody.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, he got the son settled. He'd help and do whatever he had to do. I suppose whatever he could do to help them, he would do. So
And for a man who came with nothing.
very true. He always said whatever he had was given by Allah. Anything and everything was given by. Even his voice, whatever he got. Many years ago, again, he was with Naushad Sahab, but he wasn't the main singer. He was actually like a in the chorus singer. So for some reason, the song had to be cancelled, and now Dada had come there to sing at this, and once everyone had slowly gone and finished, he was still waiting there. And Naushad Sahab then approached him and said, "Abhi tak aap idhar khade hain, wait kar rahe hain." So he said, "I'd used my last rupiah to come to the recording, and I'm waiting to see whatever else I can do." So then Naushad Sahab actually gave him a rupiah to then make his way home. But he didn't spend that. He kept it in his pocket and he walked home.
Oh, it is hard to carry this thing.
It is very hard.
What do you imbibe of that in your life today?
I think, I always say that people have asked me, "Oh, I want to sing like Rafi Sahab. I want to, this is my aim. I want to sing like Rafi Sahab. I don't want to be like that." But I said, I explained to them, look, no one can be like Rafi Sahab singing wise. He was unique. There's not going to be anybody else. But the man that he was, his personality, his charity, I say be like that. So be humble, have your feet on the ground, respect others.
Something that his father taught. So you still carry that in your life and legacy. और इतने समय बाद I think you've managed to you're coming around to singing is because of your wife, you say.
Well, yeah, a little bit of pressure from there. I have very good friends who have encouraged me as well. So I was originally born and brought up in West London. If people know the UK, a small town called Bedfont, very close to Heathrow Airport. So my childhood was growing up there. But probably about maybe 6 years, 7 years ago, we moved with business. We moved to the east of London.
And this is the picture of your bedroom.
That's right. Yes. So
And there's one more. Oh, this was with the
Dadi.
Dadi.
Yeah. So this is outside my parents' house. You can see that's my dad in the background. Again, my two chachas, Khali Chacha and Hamid Chacha, my puppy, Dadi, and Nashrin puppy, and Dada. And again,
The car.
the car.
Which car is this?
That's a Mercedes 180.
Mercedes 180.
It was a red colored one. Yeah. Oh,
Have a red set. It is 180.
so and this is right outside the house where my mother's. Yeah.
Red font house.
Yeah. So the just in the corner. Well, you can't see the house, but just over here. And my mom still lives there. It's still same house.
Your mother.
My mother still lives in the same
And
house.
is still.
Yeah. We still go there. We still visit.
Acha, when you have these family gatherings and you sit down now, how do you remember it? What is it? Do you ever talk or it's too emotional? Or
We do. I mean, no, we talk. We have the fond memories of going to India, the picnics we used to go on. There was, whenever we all used to get together, if there was any occasion that we managed to all of us go there together, then there would always be on one trip, or once a year, there would always be a trip to Khandala, Mud Island, or the beach, Pune. So there was always some kind of a trip, and then that's where Dada could relax and then be away from the limelight, and then just be a family man.
but still not sing.
No, he would.
So he sung for no one in the house?
Oh,
I would have been like this. You had
I know.
gone,
Yeah,
it's true.
I know.
Never insisted also. No one insisted.
I don't think so. No,
No.
I think they knew that.
He wants to.
He wants to just relax. At home, he just wanted to be the loving father, the loving grandfather, and be with the family, be with the children. So.
When a bahu comes to the house, even if you said Kishore Kumar is your favorite singer, how are you introduced into the legacy of the family? What is it that you carry now of him?
I find everyone in the family members very humble. They never showed that attitude that we are a family of the big Mohammed Rafi Sahab. So I've never felt that. Very welcoming family. And actually, Rizwan's mom, my mother-in-law, always said that Tataba, whenever he got something, he would gift that to all the bahus equally. He was never partial to one bahu. Yeah.
I think he was a very God-fearing man. And everything, I remember everyone saying, but if anyone told him to sing very well.
And he'd point to that. That's it.
Yes. And he valued that. Clearly, he had a God gift and a talent. How do people who come to know about where you come from, the family and the man, how do they react?
First thing they ask me, oh, so you must sing. You must sing.
Much when the family weddings happen, only Rafi Saad song play or other things are allowed? Critic service.
And when we have gatherings like family gathering, like once I remember when we were in Bombay, Rafi mentioned, and it was Zed's Akika. Yes, yeah. So we had family gatherings, so all of us, everyone, and then we started playing Antakshari. And it's like my side of the family, and obviously Rafi's side of the family. It was like everyone singing, and actually they do have good voice. All of them, like puppies, chachas, they do and they sing. They're like very dedicated singers. And whereas us, we just like
See, so Kumar songs,
but we did one.
Come on. What is it, is dance, huh? You can't drop this legacy.
Maybe we'll let her in. Maybe we'll let her in.
But I remember this one's cat. He used to sing really well. Remember, yeah. When I got married, I came into the family and we used to have gathering. He used to sing really, really well, and I used to say, "Dad, you should actually sing."
He had a good voice, yeah.
मतलब वैसे बात वही है ना. He used to tell Rabbi Sahab जैसे किससे गाएंगे? This is too sad. None of the children could do it because
And I mean, ever since when we got married, Sabakat would always say, "You have a very eloquent voice. You know, you have a very good voice, speaking voice." And I've never been one to be nervous. I can speak in front of a crowd. I can hold myself down. But I'd never thought that, yes, I'm going to do the singing side of it. My voice, if I talk to someone, I can talk.
yes, good.
You know, if it's a crowd of people, if it's a speech or wedding, I can talk and whatever. But I never thought that I could take that extra step and start singing.
What you have now.
But slowly I have.
Chalo ji. So even I want to add one more thing here. So when we got engaged, we were engaged for night once. And every time he used to call me over the phone. And I used to just sit there and it used to be so good. You know, the way he used to sort of talk about. I used to actually listen to you now. With pity, I didn't have anything recorded. But now you have him like singing live. What romantic song he sing for her? Go on, tell me what's your song?
लिखे जो खत तुझे वो तेरी याद में हजारों नजारे बच गए सवेरा जब हुआ तो फूल खिल गए. Yeah, I need to have the lines. जब रात आई तो सितारे गिरे.
Now you have to sing a song. Come on, Sab. Please, Sab. Go on. अच्छा चलो.
Kishore.
कब आओ कोई बात नहीं. Rafi Sahab sang home Kishore. You can sing Kishore's. I don't know honestly. I can't.
Actually, on the spot.
Yeah. Never mind. So on this, we will move on to our high five India section.
Okay.
5 questions. Rapid fire. Usually, you don't have to relax. It's not a rapid fire. It has to be one. Yeah. But the reward in the end is the best. Okay. It's a high five for me. Abhi, so is it between us or is it you and Saturday? Yeah. She is very keen on.
Yes. She likes to it.
You should actually, and I can see that. I can see that. By the way, can I just say she's a mix of a Chinese and an Indian household? Yeah. Grand combination, I have to say. So, okay. High five, India. India for you in one word. I'll start with her because she comes from India and you have lived all your life here. India for me, it's Mera Bharat Mahat.
A lovely place to visit. Fond memories.
Fond memories. Okay, I'll choose that. What is it about India that the world doesn't get right? I think in everyone, like the perspective is India is dirty. That's the perspective everyone thinks about if you speak to foreigners. But it actually isn't. If you go to, yes, there are parts which are, but if you go to, rural areas or you go to hilly areas like Kashmir, it's so pretty. Where I come from, Daman. So Daman is really, really good. You have Arabian Sea. Uh, it's really good beaches, very clean. Portuguese, it has Portuguese culture in it as well. So I think that needs to be sort of said more rather than it's not old. Yeah, exactly. Swachh Bharat ho raha.
For me, I think it's the harmony in the culture and religions that needs to be there. If we can break down those barriers, it would be so much.
Yeah. Okay, now on to Rafi Sahab's thing. I'm going to win. See, she still is a sinner. I love it. This is the Chinese.
And the Gujarati.
मैं असं म्हणजे lethal combination है Chinese and Gujarati. You could get. That's why she said Kishore. Okay, there was any song that could describe Rafi Sahab. Would you think of anything? And it can be a Rafi Sahab song. It can be a Kishore Kumar song. I actually like where the song Mohammed Rafi tu bahut yaad aaye. That it really touches me. Whenever I hear that song, it really touches me. That someone actually sang for him, and the way it was. Worded.
I think for me, I think the way the way he portrayed certain songs, he was a religious man. He never drunk. He never smoked. But if you listen to some of the filmy Nashai songs and the way it came across, you think, how can the person who doesn't even know these things sing like that?
My favorite is Ehsan Tera Hoga Mujh. Emotion tha bhai, he was deep. He could be romantic. He could drink and he could sing like so many heroes. And none of it he presented in the house.
Yes, I know. I always say it's like a switch. You turn that switch on, and then there's a person who's there.
Yes, of course. There are a lot of rumors. There is a thing, yes or no, you have to tell me, that he sang so many bhajans and so many shabad. And there was I was speaking through internet and I came across this thing that whenever he used to sing bhajan, he would convert. And Sonu Nigam said that. Not Sonu Nigam said, but the video said that he said.
Okay.
So
No, he was 100% true, dedicated to his religion, Muslim religion.
and it was just that his dedication.
That's right, yeah. And I've like you said, I've not heard the story, but I've heard from friends, I've heard from people who have talked, saying that yes, when he sang a bhajan, when he sang a naat, that it sounded like someone from that religion was singing it. You know, a religious person was singing it, but it was his dedication to his art.
One thing that you would want to take from his life and you take and that has added to your life.
Follow in his footsteps, the way he was,
Oh,
of being a grounded person, a charitable person, a humble person. I think in this day and age, I think that's a good thing to do.
when I come to your house, EL Kitchens next time at Pranay's house, I should mention charity, okay? So, yeah, awesome. Well, what is the one thing that you feel that you have to carry as a legacy? Again, the same. He was very humble and very grounded. Humility, yeah, to carry. Yeah, definitely. If Rafiji was in today's time,
I always think this question.
I wish. True, I feel like I wish he was.
I wish he was here,
Yeah.
but then part of me thinks the way the music industry is now, the way the songs are, the lyrics are, I don't know if he'd be singing I don't know, those type of songs would still be there.
He was asked that question several times. But this is always 60s is modern for people who were in their 45s or 50s. 70s is modern for 60s, So this question was still there then.
True. But I think that era was completely different. You had people who were poets writing the songs, sher, shairi, the love and dedication they had for those songs is completely different to now.
Okay, my last one. What is the one thing you miss the most about him?
His presence, I think, just being there.
Is your last memory of him?
Last memory when we were there visiting. Unfortunately, we'd gone there to celebrate because Dada passed away during Ramzan in 1980. So the plan and the idea was that the children, so myself, my sisters, my mom, we went out there during Ramzan, and then my dad and everybody else would follow later on nearer to the end of Ramzan. But It wasn't meant to
And
be.
he couldn't reach, despite being in Air India and all his airlines, he couldn't reach your father
Could
dying off.
so he'd unfortunately, he'd already. So the decision was made. I mean, we were children and young, but the decision was made because they wanted to get the janaza and the funeral done as soon as possible. It's always done over there. So they made the decision that, look, no, go ahead with it. If we'll get there in time, we'll get there.
But you were
I was there. We were there. Yeah.
as child.
Yeah.
You actually got lost.
I almost got lost in there. So
Was
when the whole thing happened, when he passed away, so then it was a case of how everything gets organized. So the janaza was at the local masjid in Bandra, at the big masjid there, and now the body was taken on a what do you want to like a truck, where they could get there. So then the janaza namaz was done there. And normally that trip from the house to the masjid should only take not even 10 minutes. Few hours were taken because of the crowds and how long it took. And then from there, going from the masjid to the Qabristan, again, from Bandra to Juhu, shouldn't take you more than 15-20 minutes. But then again, that still took the same thing. And I almost got lost. So I was there because my chacha was there, Shahid, who was the only there. My Mamu was there, Miraj Mamu and everybody. So I was told, stay with chacha. Whatever happens, stay with chacha. Remember, I'm 14 years old with all this going. So when the body was being taken on a truck, whatever happened, I lost hold of chacha, whatever. And the whole crowds and this was going on. And luckily someone found me and they managed to put me with the rest of the truck.
on
And it was,
the
with the body that was being taken, yeah. So, but it was a very emotional time. I still have vivid memories of that, the crowds, raining and the crowds.
I remember watching it on TV actually. The whole. Now, last, anything that you want to say that you could not say to your Dadaba. Just him. Close. Anything. This is his first grandson
Yeah.
on his 100 years.
Yeah. It would be lovely for him to be here. Just thankful for all the memories.
Thank you for giving us these memories.
Yeah.
Sharing such pieces of history and pieces of your heart, Rizwan Sahab. I am so thankful to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. It's been
Emotional.
so it's been really an emotional episode, which is first of its kind, actually, I have to say. And it touched my heart and my soul, and I'm so grateful to you, and I'm thankful that I did this. This is our heartfelt tribute to Rafi Sahab, who lives in our heart, who delights our soul, and somehow, though he will never know us, we will always know, love, and remember him. Thank you ever so much for watching and listening to India, a story in the making. Please do be in conversation with us. Thank you so very much, and God